In a strange place known as the United States of America, a war was brewing. Brainwashed Marxist idiots in colleges across the nation clashed with equally brainwashed, anime-obsessed neo-Nazis. Starbucks windows were shattered, Dodge Challengers were totaled, and Muslims realized that rental vans were cheaper than plane tickets. Skinny, anemic millennials from coast to coast were hospitalized with life-changing injuries such as sprains and first-degree burns. And the heroic knights of 4chan rose up to defeat Shia LaBeouf and drive the evil villain into a descent towards a madness the likes from which he would never recover.
No, easy, hold on.
As the enemies of freedom destroy the cities that raised them. As America begins to resemble an Iron Maiden album come to life, two heroes have risen up to fight against the culture of utter madness and restore sanity the only way they know how.
What the fuck?
By refusing to take any of it seriously. Mersh.
Buzzer, what is up with Tarantino, man?
What?
What happened to him?
People say I got a real twisted sense of humor.
He looks like he should be on the back of a $10 bill.
Oh my God.
Royce Lopez.
I don't know what it is about him.
Hola, me llamo Royce.
Maybe I'm sick of hearing about him.
Yeah, I don't like hot ham.
Maybe it's his face. He's a punchable face.
You wouldn't download a pig, would you?
He's done nothing to me. He's probably a nice guy.
I don't care.
I don't know what it is about the guy.
Big Cranberry has been lying to you.
Bound forever by their mutual love of smoking marijuana, Simpsons references and affection towards Alex Jones, these two men have joined forces to bring you uncut news and opinions directly from the belly of the beast.
He looks like he should be flying a kite with a fucking key on it. Brendan says he hasn't been able to use the N-word for a while. That's the source of his youth.
Saving Western civilization one childish dick joke at a time. Here they are, your new heroes of the Imperium, Mersh and Royce.
Look, Mersh was here. I fucking promise you, okay? We were talking to him right before the show. He was here, okay? Virgie and Pessy can attest to this. He was here. And I don't. His OBS froze, which he uses for his overlay, and he was frozen, and then now I'm assuming from what happened right before we went live is that his computer crashed. That's my guess. My guess is that his computer crashed. And he's going to come back angry and upset, but it's ROTC. It's a Friday show. Mersh should be on hopefully momentarily. Guys, thank you for joining us. The first hour of the show today, of course, is free to play. Free. We give you a taste. Second hour, though, we go behind the ROTC locals and Patreon paywall, which, by the way, thank you guys for all the people. We've had a lot of signups in like the past month. It's been really, really nice. So thank you guys that have signed up. You guys are awesome. Hopefully you guys appreciate all the mediocre work that we put in. So, I mean, it's hard for us because we're lazy, right? So, like, we're lazy, right? So, like, if we're, like, doing, like, a little bit of work, that's a lot of work for a lazy person. Do you know what I mean? Like, you have to see where we started from, you know? Mm-hmm. And unlike that Dave Deanna guy who's completely lying about his weight loss. And I cannot take it anymore.
Never heard of him.
He's the guy that met Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Lots of people have met Arnold.
All right, go fuck yourself. How's that sound? Does that sound good? Because I can't. I can't. Yeah, man.
You know who else can't fuck himself? Dave Dana.
Yeah. Apparently he's on this diet. Okay. And for those who know Dave Deanna guy, he's this guy that lost a bunch of weight, like 149 pounds, which he's basically only lost that much in 3 years and hasn't lost more. And I think is actively getting fatter. He have a theory, and I've been talking to Alan Roberts, who's a great dude, been on a show, about a theory that he's purposefully got himself fat to lose weight. Like, I honestly I'm at that point with this conspiracy theory, okay?
I believe it. People have done crazier shit to be famous on the internet.
And it's...
Well, but also he's eating like Cobb salad, except, replace everything with just a plate of mozzarella sticks.
But here's what bugs me about him. He's doing like the positivity bullshit and all this stuff. He lost all this weight, but he he hasn't weighed in. Like, he hasn't, because he used to weigh in every Wednesday, right? When he started losing weight. And he has lost 140 pounds, and that's true, but he's kind of stalled out. And he used to weigh in every Wednesday. Weigh-in Wednesday is what he called it. I know! Great name! Because you know exactly what you're getting. But then he just, like, stopped one day. And that was a year and 2 months ago. I have it to the date. And he's just kind of been coasting. He's kind of just been like coasting on this fucking weight loss thing. And I honestly think it's fucking bullshit. Like, I really, I honestly think that it's fucking bullshit. Hey, what's up, Merch? You fix? You good? You good? Can you hear me?
Now I can hear you.
Hey,
good.
There we go. You're good. Okay.
That was fun. I had to reset my whole computer.
Yeah, my computer 2 days ago did you know when you don't update it long enough and it does a crash when it gets mad at you? Yeah, I had one of those.
This isn't a crash. I would settle for that. This is a fucking OBS just wigging out every hour.
So I was talking about this Dave Deanna guy, this fucking grifting fatso. So fucking sick of him.
He's so buff.
Fuck off. He's like lying about this stupid weight loss. So then he posts a video, and I've been every day just be like, what's your weigh-in? Why haven't you weighed yourself in a year? You made your whole thing about you weighing yourself. Fucking weigh yourself. Well, this is his diet.
Good morning, y'all. I'm going to keep this very quick. Coming to you, as always, from the gym parking lot where it is raining quite heavily.
You're quite heavily.
Sure if you can see that, and hopefully you can't hear that. I'm going to jump on a plane in just a few hours for a quick vacation, celebrating my father's 75th birthday. So happy early birthday, Dad. So I'll take a few days off the
So that's how much weight he lost initially, but that was 3 years ago. He's getting fatter and lying.
Gym, but I'll be back early next week. And to that end, I wanted to quickly cover a topic, and that is on a health and weight loss journey. How do I deal with eating out? How do I deal with eating with social settings, with family, with friends, out at restaurants, places that don't necessarily have a low-carb menu that I generally follow.
So
you order less.
No,
you order less.
No. What he does is he just eats carbs.
This is a topic similar to the question I get regarding how do I deal with the fact that me and my wife don't follow
I call
the
it the
same
when
diet,
in
and it's one of
Rome
those things
diet.
where I get the question a lot, but for us, it's never been that big of an issue. There's almost always a protein that's a meat on whatever menu, whether it's a restaurant or family and friends.
Right.
And the meat will almost certainly be, or the protein will almost certainly be low carb.
What is he just dangling the sonogram in her face? So like, I have a family.
So every time you bring it up now, and it's not just me, a lot of people have been like, hey man, we all, because here's the issue. I don't really care how much you weigh. I don't give a fuck. I was a fat guy forever. I don't give a shit. Like, do whatever you want if you're losing weight. But here's what bothers me. When you make your entire brand, like your entire image that, you know what I mean? Like, okay, but now if you're going to stop doing it, right? If you're Mr. Inspiration, Mr. Oh my God, I choose to be. And then everyone's looking at you going like, bro, you kind of just like stopped, which fine. It happens. Happened to me. It happens to everybody. But he just stopped. He just, I'm not to talk about it. I'm just going to keep grifting on it because I'm an Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Always, or almost always, some sort of vegetable-based side dish. So I don't stay quite as low carb in social settings as I am when I'm on my own.
He's very social.
I generally use the 80-20 rule. I try to follow my diet pretty strictly 80% of the time.
Hey, Royce, see, here's what you don't understand. Like, in a social setting, I can only bench, like, maybe, like, like 100. Like, I'm not, I'm learning, right? But, like, when I'm alone, bro,
350?
I'm pushing, like, 600.
That's
a good day.
Fucking wild, dude.
But only when you can't see. I'm like that guy from Mystery Men who's only invisible when you're not looking at him.
God, that was
that's
so
how
good.
That's how it works for me too. It's like whenever, like, because I've hung out with you guys, like, obviously out and about and stuff, and it's like whenever we're all hanging out, right? Like, you guys can't see all the ladies that are coming up to me. You know what I mean? Because it only happens when I'm alone. It's like, bro, I get like so many
like
ladies.
Playboy Playmates just lining up outside of it, but we wouldn't. We can't be there though.
It's like Frozen was telling me about this hot like 12 he's dating, but she's like in North Canada. You
And
know?
she's also 12.
Right. Well.
carb in social settings as I am when I'm on my own.
Now listen to
I
this.
generally use the 80-20 rule. I try to follow.
What's he for? 80-20 rule?
He
Like
makes
that's
things up.
What's an 80-20 rule? Which, by the way, let me explain to you what the 80-20 rule is. Okay, 80% of the time he says he follows his diet. 20% of the time he says he doesn't. Now, look, that's cute if you want to maintain the same weight, but if you're morbidly obese, you need to be following your diet 95.5. I would say maybe 98.2. Okay, but he doesn't even have a fucking diet. He just kind of wings it, which again, I don't fucking care, but you're the guy making your whole fucking thing about being, I'm going to lose weight. Oh, I'm going to lose weight. You lost a bunch of weight because you weighed 400 pounds. So literally just like walking a little bit made you lose 50 pounds, you know?
Follow my diet pretty strictly 80% of the time, and I try not to worry about it the other 20% of the time.
Okay, but here's the problem, Dave. If 80% of the time you're eating within macros, right? Let's say you're supposed to eat, he's not even doing this, but let's say you're supposed to eat 2,000 calories a day to lose weight. Let's say that's how much you're supposed to lose, right? And every day, 80% of the time, 80% of the week would be, so 5 days out of the week, you eat perfectly, you're getting 2,000 calories, right? And you're still burning 3,000, so you're losing weight. The problem is if that 20% of the time, which is Saturday and Sunday, you don't worry about it, you're eating 6, 7, 8, 9,000 calories, which, by the way, is super easy to do, then you're not losing weight, you fat piece of shit, you fat fucking liar. I hate this guy.
When celebrating my dad's 75th birthday and with friends and family for 3 or 4 days, that's what's most important, while doing my best to not just eat birthday cake.
By the way, that's what's most important. Fuck right off, okay?
Also, like the fact that he's like, yeah, you know, when we celebrate my dad's birthday for 3 or 4 days,
Oh,
days.
God, I missed that, Merce. That's a good point. How long's his fucking birthday?
I mean, Royce's birthday's next month. I'll probably meet up for a drink and go, hey,
No.
how you doing? Buy around on me, whatever.
Not me, Merce. I'm having a birthday month.
But you know what I mean?
Yeah,
You
what is
show
that?
we're adults. You show up and you're like, hey, happy birthday. It's a card. You know, hey, let me buy you a drink. And then you get out of there.
Hey,
What are we
it's your
doing this
birthday,
shit for
not-
fucking 4 days?
No, fucking
It's your
seriously.
birthday, not Passover.
And by the way,
How much
Merce,
of a fag is your dad that he wants to do fucking 4-day long birthdays? Like, what are we doing here?
I just think you're using dad as an excuse you could eat for 4 days.
For real, what dad? Could you imagine a dad being
No.
like, we're doing my birthday for
No.
4 days?
No.
Use the 80-20 rule. I try to follow my diet pretty strictly 80% of the time, and I try not to worry about it the other 20% of the time. When celebrating my dad's 75th birthday and with friends and family for 3 or 4 days, that's what's most important, while doing my best to not just eat birthday cake or other high carb.
Which is the most important. He's implying that if you're hanging out with your family for 4 or 5 days, you can't also eat good. You can, though. Like, it's not one or the other. Like, again, unless your mentality is, I could only have fun if I'm eating cake. Look, I'm going to tell you something. 1 month before Marie's bodybuilding show, that thing that she was doing, she had to follow these fucking 1,000 calories a day. 1,000 calories a day is like nothing. And she had to work out and she had to do all that. And guess what? We still had to go places. We still had to go to places. You know what? And she wasn't like, well, I guess since I'm not in the house and hanging out with my friends, I get to have 7 beers. That's not how it works. You could still go out and do things with your friends if food is not your primary concern. Do drugs, bro.
Carb foods. But in general,
I can't tell you how easy it is to do drugs.
there's usually a protein that is low carb because it's a meat, and there's usually a side dish that is low carb because it's a vegetable.
But potato skins don't count as vegetables, Dave. Potato skins don't count as vegetables. It's mostly a cheese. All right, so
Okay, but what about the bacon bits?
It is 90% cheese.
It's
The
mostly
bacon
cheese.
bits are a vegetable.
So this is Cash Patel.
Never heard of him.
Went on Rogan. Now we have 2 clips to play. The first one is the beginning of the podcast, towards the beginning of the podcast, about 20 minutes in, when they're talking about the Epstein Island stuff. So let's play that first, and then the second part I haven't seen yet, but Virtue timestamped it.
Oh, that's sorry. So you're talking about 2 different
Yes.
things. So again, we're going to give you everything we can, and people have to remember, we're not going to re-victimize women. We're not going to.
Oh, here we go with this.
Nobody is asking you to. This whole. We've brought it every time they do this. We say the same thing. It's like literally nobody is asking you to re-victimize women. Okay,
It's not happening because then he wins. Not doing it. You want to hate
he didn't win. He's dead.
me for it? Fine.
Yeah, right.
Again, logical play out. If there was a video,
the number one victim was Virginia, and you fuckers in the feds murdered her.
Allegedly.
No, they did. They murdered her.
Okay.
If there was a video of some guy or gal committing felonies on an island, and I'm in charge, don't you think you'd see it?
No, I don't. Listen, I am so sick of this. Trust me, bro. That's your whole argument has been with this since day one. Pam Bondi, Dan Bongino, Cash Patel, their whole argument's always, trust me, bro.
That's it.
Bro, you don't trust me, bro?
No, I don't. I don't know you. I have no idea who you are. The only thing I know about you is that you're the head of the FBI.
And
by
you're
default,
Indian, which I don't like.
Yeah, exactly. And then that's a double whammy of not trusting your ass, dog.
Hey, Cash, I got a question for your question. Okay, does someone have a gun to your head?
Well, not that you could see.
And your family?
Have access to it.
If I have it, period. Right. If I have it.
So
I love his little nervous tics, the sniffs, and he really is the worst at this. I want to play Cash Patel at poker.
Where else would it be?
Right, if you have it.
Right.
But you can't say that you have it.
No, we're giving you everything we have.
So,
but that's what an evasive answer.
Far.
Everything we have so far is.
Have you guys gone over all the video that's available?
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. That's what takes so much damn time.
Right.
And
is there video from the island?
Not of what you want. The people out there have filled the void with can't wait to see X, Y, or Z.
Right.
Okay, but here's the okay. Hold on. Let him finish. Hold on. Wait. Let it finish.
Speculation.
And I'm like, here's the other thing I've been asking for, right? Openly. If you have information on this, call us. Tell us.
Oh, now you're gonna pull. I hate this fucking guy.
Okay, no. But here's the thing. Okay, then have an idea. Maybe you should call AG Pam Bondi because she went on Fox News and said, we're combing through hours and hours and hours of children getting abused. Remember when she said that? She said that in a restaurant when James O'Keefe caught her in a restaurant saying that. And then she had to say it publicly she got caught. So wait a second. You are telling me there's no videos of that. Pam Bondi is saying there is videos of that. There is videos of that. You are also telling me we are not going to re-victimize the women, but if there's no videos of it and no crimes and no one's being evicted, what are they victims of? What are they victims of? I am sorry. How can those women be victims and also there be no perpetrator to the crime? I'm so
Thank you.
Fuck off.
This fucking asshole. He goes, oh, so are there videos? Not of what you guys want. Okay, so let's just say there's no recorded footage of actual abuse. There still is proof that these girls were there. There's security cameras. There's fucking, like shit was filmed. No, there are videos.
They know they're lying. They're fucking straight up lying.
Suckers, man.
We have the videos at we have the videos of the raids at Epstein's Islands, and they were pulling out boxes and boxes and boxes of VHS tapes, dude. What was on any of those VHS tapes? You fucking
bootleg copies of Titanic. It was all just bootleg VHS.
And it was only one copy. That's how long the movie is.
But again,
just one copy.
If somebody can fucking, if any of you people that are still like, oh, I trust the plan, all this shit, can't explain to me why you would have Pam Bondi on the one hand, the leader of the Department of Justice, saying that we're combing through hours of children getting abused, and then this asshole going from, we don't have to re-victimize them, but there's also nothing on video. Then what? No one's getting arrested. There's victims of what? Who victimized them?
So we're cooked, right? I mean, we're finished.
You saw Alan Dershowitz is asking Trump to pardon Ghislaine Maxwell? That she was just as much a victim as fucking.
You're fucking crazy. She's gonna get pardoned.
Awesome.
She's gonna get pardoned on his way out. Garen fucking.
I don't know. Remember that weird thing when she went to Dale? Trump wished her well. That was weird. We all were like, "What was that about?"
Is the American people in the world?
Right.
Get me the tail numbers. Get me the flight. Get me new information.
It's your job.
You're the FBI guy.
We have to get you new information.
We have jobs.
No.
We have jobs to do.
Bro, I am fucking sorry. Anybody that is eating this or buying this is fucking retarded. Like, this is the biggest lie I have ever seen. I don't buy this. I don't trust you. The trust me, bro thing does not work with me. I don't care. Okay? I would rather you go, look, we're not going to give it to you because it's real bad and a lot of people we know are in it. I'd be pissed, but at least I go, okay, well, all right. It's how it is, I guess. But this whole, like, no, we're going to release a bunch of what? What are you releasing?
And I will run that down.
So this narrative might not be accurate, that there's video of these guys doing this.
Exactly.
Is it possible that the video was taken and destroyed?
Well, you're talking about, what, decades worth of stuff, right? Remember.
No.
Oh, my God.
No.
We have what we have pursuant to lawful search warrants and authorities from the case that was done however many years ago it was done. That's what we have. If other people have other stuff and they want to give it to us, bring it.
Have you guys reviewed everything that you have?
Almost. Like yes.
What do you
we
mean
have,
other
and now we're
people? Some
figuring
dude
out
sitting in
how
fucking
to-
Ohio doesn't just have 3 VHS tapes of like fucking Bill Gates fucking a minor in his closet. What do you mean help? What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
This guy, we're not getting anything. We're not getting anything we wanted.
Makes no sense.
Hey guys, remember when I was like, "Oh great, an Indian as the FBI director. This is going to be fucking terrible."
But the problem is, guys, you guys are even. Listen, say what the fuck you want. Say what the fuck you want about the Democrats. At least when they fucking lied to you, they were. Look at the Biden thing. They were a cohesive unit. They all spoke to each other. They all coordinated. You guys even suck at this, bro. Like, you can't even do this right. You can't even. If you cannot say this after Pam Bondi went on record saying what she said. Like, how does that even fucking work? You're lying, dude. Everyone knows you're lying. And trust me, bro, doesn't work with us. The last time we did the whole trust me, bro thing, we were in Afghanistan for 18 years. And not going to fool me twice. Fool me again.
Right.
Put it out.
Now, I understand that you would never re-victimize these women and show this footage. But is there footage?
Can't we get a synopsis? With girls' names redacted. I'm fine with that.
Outside of... The only thing I can say right now is...
Hey, let me ask something. If there's a murder trial, right, and we play video of the person shooting the murder victim, is that re-victimizing the murder victim, or is it fucking presenting evidence?
But
you dumb dickhead!
They're lying.
Is there footage?
Look, Joe, look. I'm going to be honest with you, because honestly, I've been lying. Look, I can't present the videos you want because, frankly, I'm going to jerk off. I'm a man, Joe.
I'm bricked up.
I'm all bricked up, dude.
I'm an Indian man, Joe Rogan. And,
I do my best to, like, not lead into those urges, but he can't help it.
Joe, please don't do this to me.
I salivate near public transit like
outside
Pavlov's dog.
of... The only thing I can say right now is if there was footage of anyone doing anything else, we would have opened a case.
Is it possible?
Oh, well, there you go.
Okay.
There you go.
Cool.
If there was footage of anyone else who would have opened a case, okay.
Guys, it's all wrapped up in a neat little package now.
That you just will never have access to because they've already gotten rid of it.
I mean, anything's possible, right?
Well, there was a long time, right, between the time when it was clear that Kamala lost the election and that Trump won.
Yeah, I mean,
before he got into office.
I got here 100 days ago, literally.
Right,
So,
exactly. It's just kind of crazy.
So I'm doing what I can.
Is he doing this is my first day? That's what he's doing, right?
Maybe you shouldn't have promised to drop those files on your first day.
Yeah, that was on you.
This type of stuff, like, and I'm happy to talk about it and bring it up. But what I'm trying to achieve at the Bureau is not only are we doing what's of public interest, what's of great public interest, our biggest job is to defend the homeland and stop.
Stop what? Huh? All right, so you had this time.
How about you just stop, Cash?
Now they were filming this at the same time as right during this. Apparently, during this interview is when Elon tweeted out the Epstein thing.
Small to you, but now a reader is going to read that. A new kid who's like, oh, I maybe want to join the FBI, and they're going to look at it and say, this place is a circus. I don't want to go work there. Right. What do you mean they disrupted the morning meeting? That guy should be getting briefed 6 hours a day.
Right.
And I'm like, no, I want my agents on mission. I don't need
Oh, yeah, we're talking about how cool we are, FBI bros, and then Jamie just comes in with the layup.
I can call him. I can talk to him later. And so it's just stuff like that.
Since we were talking about fake news, this is going to come up because it's been going on since we've been recording here. Elon and Trump seem to be in a bit of a spat, Joe. You want to check the tweet that Elon just put out?
Oh, no.
Bro,
no.
Jamie knew what he was doing. This is why Jamie makes the money he does.
Jamie, hey, take notes, Virgie.
By the way, Jamie gets his fucking face. Jamie gets his face ripped off if he interrupts for not a good reason. So, like, Jamie also has to pick. Remember, we've watched videos where Joe glances at Jamie, and you're like, "Oh, he's gonna kill Jamie later." So, like, Jamie knew that he had to interrupt with this.
Yeah.
Time to drop the really big bomb. Donald Trump is in the Epstein files. That's the real reason they have not been made public. Have a nice day. Jesus Christ.
That was me. That was me when I saw it saying the same thing. I was like, fuck. Oh, this is amazing.
Now, I want you to pay attention to what Cash Patel doesn't do.
I'm not participating in any of that conversation between
No,
you're here
You
now.
were the guy that would have a direct answer to that. You
Why don't you just
right
say
now.
no?
You
Why don't
right
you just say
now.
no, he's not?
Could be no, he's not. I have everything as I just stated earlier, and I can tell you that he's not.
Kind of weird that he didn't say that, right?
By the way, JD Vance is the GOAT, though. Did you see JD Vance's tweet?
No.
JD Vance literally yesterday was going to do Theo Von's podcast again. He posted a picture.
Oh, I did see that. Where he's
With
just,
Theo
what are we going
Von.
to talk about?
Hey, is there anything? Was there anything you guys want to talk about? Or that was funny.
Have a nice day, DJ. Someone should take his phone away.
They're going back.
Both of their phones away. Someone needs to take both of their phones away. How's that sound?
Let me actually go a step further than that. Somebody should take Donald Trump's phone and insert it into his fucking ear canal.
Yeah. Listen,
Well, he said he was disappointed in Elon.
Yeah, they told him to leave.
Jesus Christ, that's a crazy thing to say. How does he know? Does he know that Donald Trump is in the Epstein files? Or does he have access to the Epstein files?
You think he was happy to be on Rogan when this happened?
Oh no, God! Well, there's no way. To be fair, how would you know this was going to happen?
Times comes in and kicks us in the face.
I had
with
to go
this
back
leak.
because I want to see
Bit
this
of a
again.
spat, Joe. You want to check the tweet that Elon just put out a little bit ago?
Time to drop the really big bomb. Donald Trump is in the Epstein files. That's the real reason they have not been made public. Have a nice day. Jesus Christ.
God, I wish the
I'm not
camera was on
participating
Cash's
in any
face
of that
while he was reading
What
that.
is
Between
he?
Elon and
Have a
Trump.
nice day, DJD. Someone should take his phone away.
They're going back and forth about different things. And
Yeah.
Well,
Listen,
he said he was disappointed in Elon.
yeah, they told him to leave.
Jesus Christ, that's a crazy thing to say. How does he know? Does he know that Donald Trump is in the Epstein files? Or does he have access to the Epstein files?
I don't know how he would, but I'm just.
So, is he in the Epstein files?
Yeah, but no, okay, Joe. A journalist would go, but wait a second. But to be fair, he always goes, "I'm not one," so that's fair. But even neither are we. Neither would Immersh and I. But either one of us, the next thing we would ask is, no, but you would know. Is he in the files? I'm asking you.
You're the guy.
Staying out of the Trump Elon thing. That's way outside
What
my
the
lane.
fuck are they doing?
So you're not going to confirm nor deny that Donald Trump is present in the videos or the flight law or any of that? You're not going to confirm nor deny
First
that?
off, he just confirmed there's no videos. So how could he be?
Yeah, exactly.
Idiot.
What videos?
Yeah.
Lane, and that ain't it.
I just don't. I mean, I understand he owns Twitter. I think it's bad for your mental health. I think posting things public all day and arguing with people all day is bad for you.
Yeah, this is actually kind of weird for Joe because Joe has been like the biggest Elon cocksucker for years now, and as soon as he's like, "Oh, Elon's fucking up," this is the first time I've ever seen him.
You don't think
say something?
you don't think he texted Elon? You don't think he texted Elon? You don't think he texted him right after this podcast and was like, "What the fuck are you doing?" Like that's what I would do. That's what I would have done. I would have been like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Yeah, yes, I'm burning the system down, Joe Rogan. I'm burning the system down.
Cut you
Joe,
off.
Joe, do you
Half of what
there was a movie called Joe. There's a movie called The Matrix where Neo brought down the entire system from within, and I'm Neo.
That explains the
I'm
haircut.
Neo.
You have to respond
That
to
explains the trench coats
Are-
he keeps wearing around the house.
is the click army on social media.
Right.
Right.
And 50% of that plus is bots.
50%.
Oh, stop.
That plus is bots. But let's.
Yeah, but the two that are arguing about the Epstein file, one's the president and one's the richest man on earth. So they're not bots. At least maybe I'm not sure about Elon, but Donald Trump's not.
Take the other 50% of that. It's just
And I still think if you have a human brain inside of an android body, you're still human.
pushing out.
Like Cyberpunk. Like what was the big God damn it, the one that was only a head with a big
Oh,
robot guy?
fucking Atom Smasher.
Atom Smasher. Yeah, basically. An Atom Smasher.
Information.
Bro,
to
his first line in the game is, "You look like a piece of fuckable meat."
Yeah. Atom Smasher was awesome, actually. He was fucking awesome. I want to play I want to play the prequel with him as him.
Bro, because I know you're never gonna watch it, Papa. The anime rules. At the anime spends this whole time showing you how badass these main characters are, and then Atom Smasher comes in at like the last episode and murders every one of them. One of them just by stepping on them.
That's hilarious.
It's so fucking brutal, dude.
All right. Okay, so let's again. Guys, all of these people, all these journalists, they were duped by the White House about Biden. They were all duped. They were all bamboozled. They were all run amok. I only say that because it's Van Johnson.
You need this guy to be able to debate Donald Trump at some point. You need him to be able to do certain things. And he just
talking about Biden
didn't look good yesterday. He just didn't look good. And I think that worries people.
This is February 2024.
Now, I agree with my colleagues. The alternative is so much worse. And I do think that people are starting to shift their brain now into more of almost like a parliamentary system. Like, we're just voting for the right party, regardless of the person, because at the end of the day, that's kind of how American politics is starting to function.
So wait, I'm sorry. So we just ruled by committee because Biden has dementia?
Yes.
To see him being disrespected by reporters. I hate to see him, trying to defend himself in the way that he was. It was heartbreaking. And so I don't think yesterday was good. I think people should be speaking up for Joe Biden. I think people should be speaking up for the good he's done for the country.
What? Well, now
He's done a lot of good for the country.
Yeah, that auto pen did a lot of bad for the country is what happened. Dude, have you seen the Lindsey Graham shit that's about to drop?
No.
Oh. Oh. It's even worse than a gay sex scandal because that's expected.
Yeah.
Remember how hard he was fighting for Ukraine to get money?
Oh, of course.
Oh, no.
And let me say something about Senator Graham. There will be news coming out in the next couple of months about how he has profited financially off of money that came out of Ukraine, laundered through Latvia, and made its way into his bank account.
He was allegedly, and he was about to explain how, but allegedly laundering money from Ukraine through Latvia.
And then we're talking significant amounts of money. Department of Justice is looking at it.
All right, those are serious allegations.
Yeah, the DOJ is looking at it right now.
Allegations leveled by CIA
Oh,
officer, former
that
CIA
would
officer.
explain why he was sucking Trump's dick like immediately as soon as it was like, oh, he's winning.
Yeah, Daddy needs a pardon.
Oh no.
Oh fuck. A lot of people are asking for it. I think Ghislaine Maxwell deserves one, to be honest with you.
Me too.
Like,
He's gonna
she's
pardon Lindsey Graham and Ghislaine Maxwell.
Can you fucking imagine?
It's gonna happen,
I hope he
bro.
does. I hope he does. We deserve this.
Listen, I get it. But you will also agree, as somebody who does a show, this is fucking Christmas for us. Like, it's been fucking crazy. Like, I've never seen this level of just insane story after insane story. Again, we should still be talking about Portnoy being crazy, who, again, is still currently losing his mind on Twitter, by the way. Portnoy has not stopped losing his mind. He's still
Why?
screaming because
what's
Jews
the
are
matter?
dying in the street.
What's the matter, Dave?
Jews are dying in the street. The guy hasn't backed down, by the way. The other guy is like, fuck you. I'm not going to back down. Oh, shit.
Yeah, fucking Dave needs to make, if he so cares about the Jews, he needs to make up with Alex Stein.
You know what? You're right. You're right. Why is he anti-Semitic is what I want.
How are we supposed to get behind you when you people can't even get along with each other?
Mm-hmm. Talking to you, black people. Talking to you, Hispanic people. Talking to you, white people. Talking to you,
Talking to you, people.
Talking to you, everybody, people.
Well, Vicky, some tense moments unfolding in court today during Sean Diddy Combs' sex trafficking trial. Brianna.
Yes. I won't even ask you. Yes. For me.
Oh, is she even a black chick?
Yeah. She both part half African.
No, yeah, she's hot. That outfit's got to go, but
Bongalin.
Well, if you're lucky.
She's dressed like fucking Henry Hill's wife in the 80s.
Okay, so she's hot.
Fucking Karen Hill.
Karen, what did you do, Karen?
Just like Karen when they got the white Christmas tree.
Yeah, but it's Upper West Side people, so it'd be like, it's all the Ozempic we had, Karen. Karen.
Bro, she looks like an extra in the disco scene in Scarface.
Yes. She's on fire.
That was fucking so weird.
Brianna Bongalin just wrapped up her second day of testimony.
Bro, these fucking court artists are just terrible.
That is one no-nonsense black woman, though.
The defense team accused her of lying about Combs' allegedly holding her over a 17th-story balcony back in 2016. Now, she pushed back.
Bro, that's such an item.
Saying that she had no doubt that it happened, and she wanted to testify to seek justice. NBC News senior national correspondent Stephanie Gosk joins us now from outside that courthouse. Stephanie, there was, this heated moment that happened during the lunch break, actually, where the judge threatened to remove Combs from the courtroom. What preceded that?
Well, he kept doing the Harlem Shake and saying, every time he was asked a question. So they said they had to remove him. They said they were going to hold him in contempt of rhythm.
Yeah, it's really interesting, Morgan. So the jury went out. Brianna Bongalin went out.
Is Mace going to testify?
Oh, yeah, where's Mace been?
Come on, we got to get Mace to testify.
Or Hype Williams.
Hell yeah.
And the judge turned...
Lil C's?
What about, what's Craig Mack?
Oh.
I bet Craig Mack's got some fucking stories.
Yeah. Do you think, who's not there supporting him, even though he made them 112?
Yeah, where's the locks?
to the defense team and said, your client...
Oh, he's in a duo rap group with Modest Yahoo now. It's called the Locks and Bagels.
Ooh, I like it.
Yeah.
Was nodding
Passy, put that on the board.
vigorously during the testimony towards the jurors. Now, there are strict rules that the client, the defendant, is not allowed to make any kind of eye contact with the jury. The judge told them that is absolutely unacceptable and asked if it was going to happen again. The defense team
So
said
he's not allowed to make eye contact with the jury.
no,
What's
it will not happen again.
Hold on, pause it for a second. Go back just a little bit. What's going on where this lady's reporting from that Smells Like Teen Spirit is being blasted out of a speaker?
A party.
If it was going to happen again, the defense team said no, it will not happen again. And
It sounds like MTV's covering
That's
this.
that's actually a great way to fuck up a news site's YouTube videos. Just play copyrighted music every time.
Play
they
the
fucking-
Beatles or Zeppelin.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Follow them around
Judge
in a
reply-
van that just plays the Beatles.
Well, that's good.
And now the fucking the fuck him in the pussy thing is the new one is the fuck the Jews thing. So now it's just going to be a rabbi coming out there be like fuck the Jews and then run away.
Because if it does, then I may remove Combs entirely from the courtroom, which would be
Well, you don't need any combs. Look at your little boy haircut.
quite a big deal, Morgan.
You know, there's a woman who goes by the pseudonym Jane in this case who's expected to take the stand next. After already a pretty explosive day, as you mentioned, not only in the court but during the lunch break, what do we expect to see and what do we expect the tone to be for the rest of the day?
Yeah, Morgan, we actually expect maybe she'll take the stand after this lunch break for sure, and that it's going to be quite graphic, detailed testimony, and it's expected to last for days. Now, according to the prosecution, she had direct experience with these freak-off parties that Combs had, these kind of drug-fueled, days-long parties. They're going to, according to the prosecution, she's going to talk about how she was coerced into participating in those parties.
Bullshit. This is the problem here. Fucking Combs is a piece of shit and all that stuff. But all these hoes are like, I was coerced. No, you weren't. It was Puff Daddy. You wanted to be there, and that's why you were there. Stop with the I was coerced. Yeah, you were coerced to go on a yacht. Oh, I'm sure it was fucking horrible. That's why. Also, it's like they're pretending. And by the way, if you knew all this abuse was happening and you were held over a balcony, why did you wait like 4 years to come out and say something about it?
For real.
Other women were getting victimized because you kept your stupid mouth shut.
No, Royce, you don't understand. I was coerced. They asked me if I wanted to go to a Diddy party, and I said, of course.
No, yeah.
Prosecution going to share some stories about her personally being assaulted by Combs, including one incident where she was put in a headlock and dragged across the floor. So it could be very detailed and very graphic.
I don't care.
Oh my God, All Star started. Oh my God, All Star started playing.
And the song. Unfortunately, that's where the video ended. So we're never going to see how All Star.
God damn it! The best part of the video.
I know.
Fuck.
I know. Let's see here. All right, let's do this. This is a fun story. Let's check out on the urban. Should we check in on the urban youths?
Tonight, we're learning more about Ja'Kai Perry. He is the 17-year-old who died after running from police before then.
Ja'Kai Perry, is that a Swedish name?
Tonight, we're learning more about Ja'Kai Perry. He is the 17-year-old who died after running from police before then shooting himself in the leg.
No.
Idiot.
No, how can we blame white people?
Basketball coach is very close with Ja'Kai's mother, who understandably
I
so
like
is-
how black men are named after the noises black women make.
Yeah.
who understandably so is heartbroken tonight, Mark and Aaron. This all started Sunday morning at the AAA diner. Police say Ja'Kai and three of his friends dined and dashed that morning.
Stereotype number 1.
Officers were then called, pulled over the Uber this group was in, but now we're hearing from Ja'Kai's coach and family. They believe Ja'Kai paid for his portion of the diner bill and was even willing to go back to the diner and pay the rest for his friends.
Yeah, that's how it happened.
That's a lie. You're lying.
And paid the rest for his friends.
He even planned on leaving a tip.
Yeah, okay.
The whole bill yourself? Yeah, I'll take care of it. I'll take him back over there. Officers were willing to bring Ja'Kai back to the diner and pay the full tab.
Well, that's kind of nice. They were letting him off the hook. I guess it's the story have a happy ending.
$140 without him or his friends getting charged.
You pat him down yet?
No.
Okay. Pat him down.
Police wanted to pat Ja'Kai down for everyone's safety.
Oh, that's why.
Here we go.
That's when he started getting uncomfortable.
Keep your hands behind your back. All right. You keep doing this thing where you keep digging in your pockets. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I don't know if you have anything in your pockets, in your waistband. All right, no, don't worry. I'm going to take care of your pockets. All right? Just hang out for me right here. All right? Put your...
Ja'Kai ran off and officer...
Stereotype number 2 and 3.
There we go. Keeping up, but lost him.
I heard a gunshot.
Stereotype number 4.
Shots fired.
Police say
Running
Ja'Kai
white
shot
people.
himself in the leg, then died during surgery.
Wait, he shot himself?
Yeah,
he shot himself in the leg.
Mm-hmm. Whoops.
Whoops.
Looks
So-
like someone picked a whole bouquet of whoopsie-daisies.
Black people even murder themselves.
It's a tragic, sad situation, and it's a situation that we're going to have to live with.
Police say Jakai's gun was stolen out of South Windsor.
How are you trying to blame the police for this? He shot himself in the leg, because after he dined and dashed. How is it anyone's fault except his? Someone's
And
asking.
partially yours.
Someone's asking if it was a cig.
What I do know is, that's not who he was.
Blacks don't use cigs.
They do if they steal them. And he said it was a stolen
Yeah,
gun.
they actually
They said it was
sure.
a stolen gun. They said it was a stolen gun.
Out of South Windsor.
And who better to leave their gun in their glove box than a SIG 320 owner?
That's a good point.
It's a circle of life.
And the other three people.
Bro, that still happens here where I live. Like every month, there's dozens of car break-ins and people get their guns stolen, and I'm like, have we not learned yet to stop leaving guns in cars overnight? Like I thought that was kind of a simple rule.
Okay, let's do this.
Surprising new development from the FBI. Another suspect has been arrested in connection with the fertility clinic bombing in Palm Springs.
Eyewitness News reporter Carlos Granda was at that news conference, joins us now live.
I understand, not that I condone it, but I understand the mentality of people that like bomb abortion clinics, right? You shouldn't do it, obviously, it's crazy, but at least their mentality is like, well, I'm saving babies. Like this place literally murders babies in their head. The bombing of a fertility clinic, what are you against here? I don't understand the moral dilemma of I understand the abortion.
They don't want gay guys to own babies.
I don't think this guy's that base, to be honest with you.
Oh.
Let's find out.
Reporter Carlos Granda was at that news conference, joins us now live from Westwood. Carlos, this is a bit of a surprise.
Absolutely. A lot of information coming here this morning from the FBI. This new defendant allegedly provided parts and explosive materials to the suspect that was involved in that bombing in Palm Springs. And this new suspect was arrested yesterday afternoon in New York after he was deported from Poland and arrived at JFK Airport. Officials say this is the new defendant.
He was deported from. Wow, those are some little eyes. Oof.
Defendant, 32-year-old.
Terrifying guy.
Yeah, he looks Polish.
Daniel.
That's a Polish guy.
Park, a resident of Washington State. He is facing charges of conspiracy in this case for shipping and paying for large quantities of ammonium nitrate. Park also allegedly spent time at the California home of the primary suspect, 25-year-old Guy Edward Bartkus. He was running experiments there, according to the affidavit. Now, Bartkus was found dead next to the vehicle that exploded. He is believed to have detonated the bomb at the American Reproductive Centers in Palm Springs and died in the blast. At least 5 other people were injured. Officials say Park and Bartkus
No,
are
it
part
was
of
in a
group
strip
that
mall, and it
simply
turns
doesn't
out
believe
that the
people
guy
should-
actually wanted to blow up the frozen yogurt place.
Oh, I get
that he
it.
had a beef with. Yeah, it was down. It was 2 stores down.
Well, because they used to have the Reese's Pieces you could put on top, and then they said they were too expensive. So he got real mad.
Of a group that simply doesn't believe people should exist. They're described as pro-mortalism and
pro-mortalism. He doesn't think people should exist at all. Okay, so that's a new one for me. But so he doesn't think people should be alive at all. But then how come they get to be? Well, I guess one of them's not anymore.
Yeah. Oh well,
He doesn't believe-
down to whatever this Asian guy says.
people should exist. They're described as pro-mortalism and anti-pro-life. They believe individuals should not be born without their consent.
Wait, what?
How does that happen? How do you?
What? Huh?
This sounds like a silly meme that
It
caused
really does.
a bombing.
This sounds like a plot from like Frisky Dingo.
Yeah, yes.
You know, like where bad guys are like blowing up a fucking fertility clinic because they didn't have to have permission.
You have permission to be born? I'm sorry, but I'm very clearly there was a whole song about this called "Born to Be Alive." So, fucking square that peg.
They say Park provided bomb parts to the suspect and helped him purchase some of the materials.
Mr. Park, who shares Barkus's extremist beliefs.
Again, people shouldn't be born without their consent.
is accused of shipping approximately 180 pounds of ammonium nitrate, an explosive precursor commonly used to construct
that was a bomb.
Homemade bombs to Barkis. Park paid for an additional 90 pounds of ammonium nitrate that was shipped to Barkis in the days leading up to the
Probably
Palm
bought it on Amazon.
Springs attack.
And officials say the quantities of explosives are quite large, and
Because every time we order from Amazon, I pretended they didn't get them, so they ship them another bag.
Smart. That's how you do it.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, I only got one bag of ammonium nitrate.
I asked for 2 bags of ammonium nitrate.
the methodology was similar to that in the 1995 Oklahoma City bombing by Timothy McVeigh. That
So the
destroyed
FBI did it? Like the Oklahoma City bombing?
Mm-hmm.
How the U.S. government was clearly involved in it, and we're all pretending like they weren't?
Prove it.
No, I don't want to blow up.
part of the federal building and left 168 people dead and 684 others injured. Now, in this case, they say that Park left for Poland 4 days after the bombing in Palm Springs, but they aren't saying if he was trying to escape the country. The suspect is now expected to appear in a Brooklyn federal court later this afternoon before he is moved to California, but they say that could take several weeks. Reporting live in Westwood, I'm Carlos Granda, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
I just thought of another crack house film, Scorpion King. I feel like Scorpion King would definitely be a crack house film, right?
Did we not mention that one when we were doing the original
I
one?
do not think we did.
No, never at any point did we mention Scorpion King.
Scorpion King should be, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
100%.
Also, The Mummy.
No, The Mummy, the second or third Mummy.
Yeah,
Second or third
there.
Mummy has to be.
First one's Kino.
Yeah, first one's good.
Yeah, first one's.
I mean, for the time, no. You have to grade on the curb when it came out, right? For the time, it wasn't bad.
I also celebrate all of Brendan Fraser.
Brendan Fraser's amazing. Okay, look, I'm sorry, but Encino Man,
Journey to the Center of the Earth.
yeah, The Whale, where he was a gay fat guy. I think I didn't watch the movie.
I didn't watch it either, but that sounds.
Yeah, no,
about
you
right.
nailed it. He's a gay fat guy. He's a gay dude who left his wife for another dude. That dude died, so he ate himself obese out of depression. He stands up at the end. There you go. You just saw The Whale. I like Monkey Bone.
Oh,
Monkey Bone ruled, bro.
Monkey Bone.
Don't forget Bedazzled.
Bedazzled was good.
Yeah, Bedazzled also ruled.
Both of those were awesome. I love both of those movies.
Yeah. Guys, we are heading over now. The second half of the paywall side, the fun side, the side we hang out with you guys and kind of listen to you a little bit more than we do here. But you can only do that by going to locals.revengeofthesis.com or patreon.com/we're not sorry. Below this video, wherever you're watching it, you'll see links to sign up. $7 a month, either or. You don't have to sign up for both. But either way, you get the rest of this episode, every Wednesday episode, and of course, all of our movie riffs, which we're doing Boat Trip this month, and I'm very excited to do that. But as of right now, we are moving on up. I'm
To the east
sorry.
side?
I'm sorry, poor people. But please join us over.